What is going on, Cubs fam? We are back for another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. 5v5 Grand Arena is here, and for all of you who hate 3v3 Grand Arena, can I get a collective amen that we are getting back to the vanilla Grand Arena that we all know and love? And so today we're going to be talking about the top 5 sleeper defensive teams for 5v5 Grand Arena. And before we get into that, want to call out down in the description below, check out Paintbo for full roster remods. All of the information you guys need is down in the description below. We got a guest, Cubs fam, for this video, and his name is Black Mamba. He is an absolutely epic 3v3 5v5 Grand Arena king. What's going on, Black Mamba?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Going well. Excited to get back into this 5v5 stuff.
Yeah, you were telling me that 3v3 is like somebody gives you something you want, but it's not what you want. It's like, I want this, but I don't want this. It's like, I don't know, an ice cream flavor you don't like.
Exactly. 5v5 is my chocolate, but they give me 3v3, which is my vanilla, and it's not as good.
It's not. Oh, okay, all right. I just
want my chocolate back.
It's like it's like sherbet ice cream. That's like,
yeah.
I probably just offended some people. That's just not my ice cream, man. All right, let's talk about this list. And I do apologize, I don't have footage to go along with every single team that we're talking about today. I know you guys do like that. We didn't manage to get that for today. Starting with, we're gonna give you guys a bonus one. This isn't on the list, this is an honorable mention, and this is gonna be Django Lead Bounty Hunters with Bosk. And then you're going to chuck in the Mando and Grief Karga. This will work at 3 or 4 stars, and then add a 5th member in there. Now, tell me, Black Mambo, what's so magical about this team?
I love this team because it might surprise some people, because Grief is invisible at the start of the battle.
Yeah.
As well as Mando is kind of like a nihilist per se.
Yep.
Where he doesn't need that, huge damage. He just needs to get to his annihilate and he's good to go.
Yep. It's hide the nihilist all over again, right?
Exactly. Yep.
You hide Mando, and you've got to kill him twice. He will be easy to kill twice, but who's gonna really want to take in their best team against this? So it's a really great way to trip people up, and that's what you're gonna find with a lot of these teams is, how can you trip people up? Maybe you get the battle as a win, right? But is that contract done, and does Mando wipe somebody out before you get the win? Those are banners off the table and a great way to get some wins overall. All right, number 5 on the list, we're going to count from 5 to 1. We've got Rebels with 3 Baka. Now, you told me about this team here. I want you to have a chance to talk a little bit more about it, Black Mamba, but I was a little hesitant to put this one on our list because 3 Baka is not a character that a lot of people are going to have at 7 stars, Gear 13. I feel very fortunate to have it, but so it felt like a great team for me to throw on defense, but other people might not. But you disagree. This is viable at 3 and 4 stars for you.
Absolutely, yes. People might be surprised because 3 Baka gets stats from his team, which makes him relatively tanky at 3 to 4 stars. And he actually gets guarded, which it takes away from CLS, but with him being guarded, he's pretty difficult to kill, and he's being assisted, and all of his abilities keeps the team alive with the blind and the extra damage. And you can relatively thoroughly take out Gas and Darth Revan with the team.
I like it. Okay, so Rebels with 3 Baka. Definitely a good sleeper defensive choice, I think, to have there if you guys did farm up your 3 Bakas. And those of you who got lucky and pulled 330 on it, humble brag, you can use it there too. All right, the 4th one we've got is JTR with her Resistance Heroes. Now, I'm going to defend this one. We were talking about this beforehand as well, but a lot of people will want to use, assuming you farm Galactic Legend Ray, you're going to want to put your Resistance Heroes with Galactic Legend Ray, right? However, the question I beg is, are you still going to get the same value out of Galactic Legend Ray on defense, or even offense for that matter, without the Resistance Bros? Throwing a different Resistance team together with Galactic Legend Ray, and then put the Resistance Bros with JTR, and you take one really, really great team and get 2 great teams out of it. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. That's a fantastic idea.
So,
Yeah,
tell me more about
really
that. That's what you're
catches-
doing, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
I still haven't fully decided which type of JTR team I'm going to be running, but I'm definitely going to be running it a couple times. But, you know, if you think about it, if you're going against Rey and you're using Vader, or, you know, if you just look at the Rey team, you're probably still going to use Vader regardless, whether they have resistance heroes or not.
Yeah.
And then you look at their back wall and you open up a JTR with resistance heroes, and that team really can catch you off guard, especially if that resistance hero Finn has like some crazy speeds on it.
Yeah, I went 10-2 in my last Grand Arena 3v3 round, and I would have been 11-1 if I didn't underestimate a couple resistance bros. And these resistance bros, one of them, I think it was Poe, resistance hero Poe, was only gear 9. And it was Finn lead with those 2, and it still caught me off guard. So I'm really anxious to see what these guys can do in 5v5 as well. I'm not going to be able to place it, but if you guys are facing me, just ignore this advice. But everyone else who's not facing me, go ahead and try it out. All right, similar logic. We've got number 3 here, Kylo Ren unmasked with Hux and Lobster. Exact same logic. Take Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, put him with a different First Order team, and you've got 2 of the newer solid First Order characters. Put him with the old First Order leader. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so I think this is a fantastic idea, whether you have Kylo Ren, Supreme Leader, or not, because if you have him, you could like keep him from offense and solo Grievous for 56 banners, or 66 rather. I'm thinking of 3v3.
Yeah.
You could solo Grievous for 66 banners and then put a crazy Kylo Ren unmasked team with Red and Hux.
Yeah.
And typically people are so programmed to use JTR versus crew. Yeah. But when you add a fast Hux and Red in there, it really, really causes problems.
I like how you just call him Red. It sounds like a military nickname or something. Go Red.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm going to keep calling him Lobster, though. All right, number 2. We got Jedi Luke. Now, only a few of you guys have him, but I want to call this out because there's a lot of rumors that Jedi Luke is going to be coming pretty soon. We won't have him in time for this round of Grand Arena, this first round of 3, but I have a sneaking suspicion that by the time we finish this season, more of us will have Jedi Luke unlocked, myself included. I am 100% ready to go as of today on my stream. But how about Jedi Luke lead with Barriss and a couple other Jedi? This is a team I think that can really catch people off guard. Jedi Luke with some of those more secondary Jedi. You don't even necessarily put him with Jedi Knight Anakin or with Gas on defense, but some of those other Jedi that you've got farmed up, especially Barriss, can really, really serve as a tool to catch people off guard because Luke himself is pretty freaking OP when you take him out of the context of the everyday meta that you see in Squad Arena.
Yep, I would completely agree. You could put some Shak T in there, Ezra, Hoda, Old Ben.
I like it.
And he's still so rare that not a lot of people have been able to face him on defense. I know a lot of people like to use him with Jedi Knight Revan to take out Kylo Ren's.
Yeah.
And so typically if you face somebody with a Jedi Knight Luke, you might not face him on defense. You might not have that practice.
Yep.
But if you put him with a turn meter, manipulative, assisting Jedi team, you could be in some real trouble if you don't use the right team.
Yeah, I have never seen him in Grand Arena. Not once. I've only faced Jedi Luke in Squad Arena. And in those situations, you get to use your best characters. And so if I had to figure out a team to face Jedi Luke against, without those meta characters, man, that's gonna be interesting. We'll probably have to do a follow-up video after everyone unlocks Jedi Luke on how to beat this with a lesser team. Probably Black Mamba. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea.
All right, we'll be back. We'll be back. All right, number 1. This is one I'm really excited about, and I do have my Mon Mothma at 7 stars, so I think that we don't need a 7-star Mon Mothma for this, but go ahead and throw your Mon Mothma Rebel Fighter team on defense. I think you can really experiment with a lot of different teams in here. A lot of you guys will have Chirrut and Baze as options. If you did farm your POW, that's a great one. Cara Dune is going to be great in there if you've got her. A lot of you won't, but I think as long as you have a full cast of Rebel fighters, this team has potential to really trip people up. And in a lot of ways, tell me if you agree, Black Mamba, but in a lot of ways, if you have a weaker team, it's almost more likely to catch people off guard in some cases because it's going to look easy, but Mon Mothma just does so much to Rebel fighters that I think this is a really, really great back wall defensive team for Grand Arena.
I would completely agree. It's a very tricky team that people might highly underestimate, and I kind of view it as a bait and switch type team because, you know, if you place Geos and Mon Mothma on defense, what are you going to use your Treya verse? Which one?
Yeah. Well, you're going to need an Utini bomb, but who's got an Utini bomb, right? Like that's a team that's great against it, but it's so niche, you know? Like obviously Arnold was able to do it on his stream, which was, it kind of made my heart bleed because I've got Mon Mothma, but there's not that many people that have their Jawas in a place where they can do that, or where they're ballsy enough to do it. I'm not ballsy enough to do it. Even if I had the Jawas, I'd be nervous. So absolutely. All right, so there's the 5. A quick rehash: Mon Mothma at number 1, Jedi Luke with some second-rate Jedi at number 2, especially Xeris. Crew with some of those top First Order teams, Lobster and Hux. JTR with the Resistance Bros, and then we've got Rebels with 3 Baka, and we had some Bounty Hunters, Grief, Django Lead, and Mando, Hide the Mando as an honorable mention. Anything else? Any other, before we end the video here, Black Mamba, any quick last minute 5v5 words of wisdom or tips that you have for the Cubs fam?
Just be happy it's 5v5 and not 3v3. That's for sure.
All right, I like it. All right, Cubs fam, we're gonna get out of here. I know I talked about Peepo earlier in the video. We also got a link down to Black Mamba's YouTube channel down in the comments below. Be sure to go check him out. He's doing some really, really great high intensity strategy stuff that all you gurus out there need to be partaking in, if you know what I mean. Thanks for joining me for the video, my friends, and as always, my brothers, don't forget